everyone, thank you for tuning in for a brand new video review. Today I have the Obi-Wan Kenobi in Clone Trooper Armor collectible mini bust by Gentle Giant Studios, or as I like to call him, General Kenobi. So this has to be probably my all-time favorite mini bust or piece in my entire collection, not just from Star Wars but just everything I own, primarily because Ewan McGregor's likeness of Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Clone Trooper armor has to be my utmost favorite design and portrayal of Obi-Wan Kenobi in any theme we have seen him in, whether it's the live action movies, the animated movie, the comics, whatever. I am a huge fan of Obi-Wan Kenobi. I absolutely love Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Obi-Wan as a clone trooper, or Obi-Wan in the Clone Trooper armor with being General Kenobi, is my utmost favorite style of Obi-Wan Kenobi. So I'm not sure how to explain what this exactly is, but I just absolutely love Obi-Wan in that armor, and I'm hoping to one day own the General Kenobi statue that Gentle Giant has made also. But for now, I have this, and let's take a closer look at it. So just backtracking a little bit, we did see Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars, both animated series, in the Clone Trooper armor. It wasn't a full Clone Trooper armor as we see here. It was just kind of the upper chest and shoulder and armors, I guess, and the cape. And we also did see him in the Mandalorian armor, but never did we see the Ewan McGregor Obi-Wan in the films wearing the Clone Trooper armor, which I absolutely love. So I finally was able to get this on eBay. A great seller, got this for a great price, and it is in flawless condition. Again, this is a limited piece, as all the mini busts are. This one is 3385 out of 5,000. Let me get that in focus. There we go. And if you did see the hand move, this was a removable piece that does come with it. It's the only one that is separate, just so it doesn't break in packaging. So let's get a closer look at that. We do see some scuff marks on here, the beautiful white armor, the hand gripping his lightsaber, and just a perfect representation of Obi-Wan's lightsaber with the blue actual saber part. And it does not come off, so it is glued in, it is attached. And this just slides right into place with the peg, and you are set. So taking a closer look at this, before we do, actually let me get the box out of the way. I always like to get the box just to give you an idea of what we are looking at here. So this is quite a large box, it can't really fit on my screen here. So we have the window where you would see Obi-Wan's head, we have the Star Wars logo down here, and then we have the 30th anniversary logo on the left, the description of this piece, and the Gentle Giant logo. On one side we do see an image of the mini bust, and on the back we have a image of Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan, again because we did not see Ewan in the Clone Trooper armor. We just have his regular look right there. And here we have a description of it. Let me see if I can get that in focus, and if you all want to pause and read that real quick. And then continuing on the other side, again another image, nothing too special on the bottom, or on the top actually, the same logo and description. And the bottom just has the number and the Lucasfilm and StarWars.com info. I don't know if this was a StarWars.com exclusive. It doesn't say anywhere else. It is a 30th anniversary special, but it doesn't say any exclusive information on the rest of it. So taking a closer look at the actual face sculpt, it is a great likeness to Ewan, a little bit off on some parts. I do think the nose is a little bit too big for Ewan McGregor. I don't think, even taking a look at the package, it might be a little too narrow and too long for Ewan McGregor, how he actually is. It's not a big issue, when you look at it kind of face on. It does have the same basic shape, but at a side view, it is a little bit larger than it needs to be. And then I'm not a fan of the beard and sideburns right here. They did kind of do a lighter orange, actually a more orange color, as opposed to how he does usually look. And then looking at the actual image too, it does have a little bit more filling against on the inside of the ear here, and a little bit more gray or whitish, I think. But that's really the only, I guess, downside, if you want to call it. It's not really an issue, it's just, you know, the minor details that sometimes people will point out if you look at it closely. But again, it's nothing flawed, it's nothing terrible, it's nothing to complain about. It's just, you know, for those perfectionists that want to, you know, have every little point detailed. We do have, you know, the great blue eyes that we see from him. The skin tone is very similar to Ewan's, a little bit flat. I know this is an older piece from Gentle Giant, so they have improved on a lot of their paint apps with the skin tones and whatnot. I'm not sure what year this is from. Let me take a look at the box. 2007, so, you know, 8 years later we have come a long way, but even 8 years ago Gentle Giant was just phenomenal with their sculpting and their overall paint apps. So taking a closer look at the armor, it is a very clean white armor. We do have a lot of scuff marks, you know, on the shoulders here. We have a few darkish gray marks going down on the armor itself too. And then we have the cape molded beautifully. You know, I absolutely love how they did it. The cape does come out here and it gets tucked underneath the belt. And we do have the full utility belt going around. And that is another thing I love from Gentle Giant. Let me get that in a better view. Their base, or, you know, whatever pieces they have, it will usually go over the base. So, you know, it's kind of, it is a 3D. It's kind of like those 3D art pieces where the images come off the border. So I absolutely love it. You know, we have the bottom of the cape hanging off over the base, and then the whole cape on the back of him around his arms hanging off too. And it's just a beautiful sculpt by it too, very clean. His lighter brown Jedi robe cape that he usually has, we see all the creases in the hood right here, almost, you know, with the wind blowing this way, down this way, or to the side here, and it is having the cape actually move that way, trying to get the hand motions in there. Taking a look at the back of the head too, just a great job with the head sculpt. The hair, you know, is on point with Ewan McGregor's in the movie. And I do think, I'm not sure if this was based on episode 3. Yeah, it was based on episode 3, just to make sure. I remember 2, he was a little bit more, well, younger, of course, so, but overall, just the look of it as well. And then taking a look again, going in the back here, we have the, you know, all the Clone Trooper armor is just amazing. We have the utility belt that comes all the way around. Everything is just very clean about this piece, and I just love it. It's such a standout piece for it, for any Star Wars fan and collector. We have the beautiful blue saber, or, you know, the sword part of the lightsaber, and then you have the gold and orange on his hilt with the chrome. And then getting a bottom view of it just to show the inside of the cape and the arm coming around here. You know, this is a beautiful piece, great for any Star Wars fan, especially if you are a fan of, you know, Clone Wars or Clone Troopers, or even, you know, the Jedi and Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. So I think that's about it to cover for this mini bust. If you have any questions, you know, you're always feel free to ask me in the comments below, or like my Facebook page, Earth to Geek, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Jahillionaire. I will be at San Diego Comic-Con in the coming weeks, and we'll be getting the Gentle Giant prototype Boba Fett this year, so stay tuned for that video review. And I have a few more videos coming out today of Gentle Giant and some other items, so be sure to come back and view those as well. Thank you for the support, and see you later.